Today is another wonderful celebration. Welcome to Nubian Square, Roxbury, the heartbeat, the soul of Boston. Today we celebrate the grand opening of Soul and Spice, a restaurant that embodies the rhythm, history, and modern electric spirit of Roxbury. The name itself reflects the essence of this community, soulful tradition infused with bold, vibrant flavors. Rooted in the rich fashion of West Africa and the time-honored recipes of African-American kitchen, Soul and Spice is more than a restaurant. It is an experience. Here, culture and cuisine come together to create healthy, delicious meals that nourishes both body and soul. So please join me and the entire board of Roxbury Main Street as we welcome Boyce, Slayman, William Yakah, Soul and Spice to Nubian Square, where tradition meets innovation and every bit or every bite counts. In the tradition here in Roxbury, we always bless our new locations. And so therefore, we're going to continue that tradition and call upon Pastor John Fernandez to say the blessings on this brand new facility here in Roxbury. Pastor?
Good afternoon, everyone. I just ask that we all get our hearts ready and open for a nice prayer for this brand new establishment that hopefully will be here for years to come. Amen? Amen. Oh God, our Father who sits upon high, we give you all the praise, all the glory, and all of the honor that is due upon your name. For this is the day that you have made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. God, you are the giver of the seed and the blesser of the harvest. I ask that your abundance, your rain of abundance flow down on the seed of this new establishment here, that you give our proprietors the wisdom, the knowledge, and the compassion that is needed to own and operate a business within this diverse community. God, I ask that everything that they do is blessed by your name, that all their thoughts are blessed by your thoughts, that you will work through them to give everybody that steps into that place a new hope, a new vitality, some vibrance, the vigor that they need to move through the day. God, may the food be delicious, heartwarming, and belly-filling. We ask that every bite and every morsel is what we need when we need it, and that their doors will remain open for years to come. This is what we ask today in Jesus' most wonderful name. And together as a family and a community, we say, Amen. Amen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pastor. Before we proceed, there are a number of elected officials here in the audience. I see State Senator Liz Miranda is here, also from the state. We also have on my left Rep. Tyler, who's here as well. I know I saw Warren around here somewhere as well. And most importantly, we have all of our City of Boston councilors, city councilors here, with our city councilor, leader Mariah will come forward here. We have a lot of these folks here to stand here. Without the work of these individuals, the progress you're seeing in Roxbury will not be taking place. So all of the elected officials and public officials, please give them a big round of applause here this afternoon, because these guys are making it happen. And you're going to be back here rather frequently over the next year, because this is just the beginning of a new chapter in Nubian Square and Roxbury. The next person to speak in program is always a pleasure and an honor to introduce this individual. He's not just here when the cameras are here. He's here constantly. And I'm telling you the truth, part of what is taking place here today is part of the mayor's and his strategic plan. When I first became part of Main Street, I was sat down by Chief Shogun, and we discussed the mayor's plan and his plans for Nubian Square and Roxbury. And what's taking place here today are just elements of what's taking the step in that progress. So without further ado, let me introduce Chief Shogun to you this evening. Chief?
Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. All right. Well, good afternoon. My name is Shagun Idowu. I've had the privilege for the last 1,156 days to serve as the Chief of Economic Opportunity and Inclusion. I was told I have 20 minutes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But it is such a pleasure to be here with all of you. Before saying anything about why we're here, I want to acknowledge a bunch of folks who are here in the room. If you are affiliated with Soul and Spice, can you just let folks know that you're here? Grateful for you. Okay. If you are a member of the City of Boston team, can you make yourselves, let folks know you're here? Okay. Now, there's another reason I'm happy to be here, because one half of this team is a graduate of one of the most important institutions in America, Morehouse College. So if you are a Morehouse man, if you don't mind making yourselves known, absolutely. All right. I was told to do that. We're here not only to celebrate the opening of Soul and Spice and another amenity here in Nubian Square, but really to honor the two business owners who helped make this vision become a reality. Of course, we express our gratitude to the city team, Alicia, Demarius, and the PFD team. We have Eamon and Peter and Lee here, and so many others who helped to make this day in particular happen. But there's another reason that we're here, which is that Black businesses are powering the City of Boston economy, the state's economy, and the national economy. And I'll give a little bit of data on that, and I promise this will be quick. There was a report released yesterday by Andre Perry in the Brookings Institution that surveyed the impact of small businesses and the recovery from COVID-19. And Boston has had one of the most remarkable recoveries from COVID compared to our peer cities in the country. And one of the things that this report found is that Black businesses in particular were the reason that this nation helped to bounce back from COVID-19. They found that between 2017 and 22, more than 100,000 businesses were started. And over half of those businesses were started by Black entrepreneurs. That generated, in just 2022, $200 million, payroll of $61 million. So that's giving people jobs, paying benefits, ensuring that people are making livable wages, and helping to sustain our local economy. So we appreciate the two business owners, Boyce, Will, for your commitment to Roxbury, for choosing here to open your business, for the amount of people that you're employing, the amount of people that you're feeding, but how you're investing here in Nubian Square. And this is not the only business that's opening here in the Bolling Building. First, I want to, UHM Properties, a Black-owned property management firm, is the one managing this property. And over the next couple of weeks, we're going to find out who is filling the space over here where Dudley Doe used to be, which will be another Black business opening there. And so this whole building is going to be activated before the summertime, helping to be part of what will be the rebirth of Nubian Square, which we are so fortunate and proud to be a part of. Finally, I will end, because it has only been 5 minutes. So the most famous president of the college was the Reverend Dr. Benjamin Elijah Mays. And there is a poem that he scribed that many of us who graduated from Morehouse take with us everywhere we go, that says that I've only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it, forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give an account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. And we want to again, express our complete appreciation to you, Boyce and Will, to all of those who helped make this possible, for what you've been doing with your time to invest in our city and our community and our Commonwealth, and really throughout this country. So thank you all for being here, and I believe I am going to invite Will and Boyce to come and share a few remarks as we celebrate this opening.
First, I apologize for my voice. I had a botched surgery, so don't have one. This is my Grammy speech. First, let me thank everybody who's helped out. I really appreciate it. Friends, family, and as I look around, I see a lot of folks who played a very important part of Papa B's and Soul and Spice coming to its fruition. I didn't write a speech. I just figured I'd wing it. But what's coming to mind right now is my father and I started Papa B's back in 2005, 2006, and around 2009 I had to close the doors. I got a call for a kidney, and so I took it. And but I couldn't heal and run the restaurant at the same time, so I had to let it go, and it was kind of like a bittersweet moment. But going back a step further, what allowed me to still be here to this day, I think about is in '93, my aunt, who's here somewhere, donated her kidney to me, the first transplant. And without that, I probably would have folded it up and packed it in, but gave me a little energy to keep going. So don't give up. But also, back to who I want to thank. I want to thank my wife for putting up with me for all the nights I come home and I don't cook. My daughter included, they yell at me, "You don't cook, you're a cook. What's going on?" My mother, who's baked tirelessly cakes and desserts, and showed me how to make the desserts. So now I can do it. Family who's helped me serve at catering jobs and the like. A lot of friends here have supported the business and my efforts and me mentally and spiritually throughout the years. And now we're here. And so Will and I, we met a little over a year ago at a ghost kitchen. He had his business and I had mine. And over that year, we grew and helped each other in different ways and realized that our talents actually support each other and complement each other, and decided to look into a venture, and this opportunity presented itself, and we're here, and we're glad to be here and blessed. And again, appreciative City of Boston, Mayor Wu, and all of our officers that have helped us and worked with us and supported us. Lee Bonner and Peter O'Sullivan from Property Management, specifically, who really helped us guide us through the process, because it wasn't easy. Stephen Keys, who runs the building, and KJ, who've been a tremendous help while we're here, getting us acclimated and seeing if we needed anything. A bunch of other folks. Boston Main Street Foundation was here. They gave us a grant and helped us get our little bit of technology flowing, and a few others. We'll follow up on that. But thank you again, and I'm gonna pass it on to Will.
Thank you all for being here. It's a pleasure. I met Boyce about a year and a half ago, and like you said, our skill sets really complemented each other. He's old school, and I guess I like to think I'm new school. Modern, yes. Yes, and we found so many ways to work together. I am very new to the restaurant business. This Red was my first restaurant, so we had an idea, and with the blessing of my partners who are here, we were able to get this off the ground, and we wanted something that we really believed that we could take West African food somewhere, and we could really become the first West African fast casual in the country. And we've really invested in a lot of technology to make this happen in terms of our menu documentation and how we run our operations, which you will see in terms of our current setup. And meeting Boyce, really, I learned a lot about the restaurant side of things with his decades of experience, and we've been able to work really well together into what is now Soul and Spice. And we have a big vision for this place. We really want this place to become a destination for a lot of folks who just want to get great food, or sometimes just want to sit down, eat, and work. So that means we made sure we have Wi-Fi in there, and we're going to make sure that our outlets, so you can just come in, just chill, and do some work. Because I work a lot. But we really care about the food, and we care about the destination and the place for people to be able to work. And that's gone into a lot of our setup. And we're really excited to finally open this up to the public, and really appreciate you all being here. Thank you all for coming, and thanks to the investors that really backed us, and thanks to family and all the friends that supported me and Boyce through this journey. And it's just the beginning, and we're really excited to really kick it off. So thank you all.
Thank you, guys. While we work on a daily basis with folks like Alicia, Damaris, the entire small business development team, and our elected officials, the person who makes all of this happen is the person who directs those guys to make sure the resources are coming into Roxbury. And we're extremely proud to introduce to you now Mayor Wu.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations and thank you to our incredible entrepreneurs and to this community for supporting the long journey of milestones that have gotten us to this point. I want to just say a quick couple things, and then I want to make sure my amazing colleagues in government also get to say hello. First, I'm in the thick of it. I'm a new mom now for the third time. The baby is 1 month old now. You'll see her floating around, and you'll see me popping in and out to feed her. And what it reminds me of this space is that, when you bring that little bundle home from the hospital, sometimes it feels like there's so much at stake, and all that they have to do and all that you have to do is feed them, right? And keep them nourished and warm. And so that goal of feeding someone else, of nourishing the community, is maybe the greatest gift, the most fundamental kind of connection that you can make. And so for you all to be pouring your heart into this, we thank you for bringing that gift to our community. Secondly, I know we're here to celebrate the ribbon cutting, and it's a moment where we have a huge crowd, we have cameras in the room, we have media in the room. Let this not be a moment that is here and then disappears, right? We need to see crowds this size every single week coming through to support. We need to see ongoing sustenance of this business, and trust and be sure that the City of Boston is going to be there, not just for businesses to open, but for them to grow and make sure their roots are deep until you are open long enough to be part of our legacy business program, to be then passing that generational wealth down as well, and setting the example so that this will be the staple, that no one will remember a time before Soul and Spice in the community. Last thing I want to say is that it is also so fitting that you all have chosen to open in the hub of our public education building. For me, growing up in an immigrant family, food and school was actually a quite painful time, because I would get to school, I would open up my lunch, and the foods that we ate at home were the ones that would get me bullied by other people in the class, because it wasn't what everyone else was eating. And we now have a school system that represents the full breadth and diversity of the community, committed to every part of that education being connected to the cultures and communities who make up our city. And so from the food, from the mentorship, from the businesses that are here, we are so happy and so grateful that that truly reflects what we want our young people and what we want to be passing down in our classrooms to the next generation. So thank you for being a part of that education and molding as well. So if it's okay, I know we're gonna go quick because everybody's hungry here. I'll start with Representative China Tyler.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I appreciate it. Good morning now. Is it afternoon now? Is it afternoon? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really honored to be here. Again, I'm Representative China Tyler, and I have the honor of being the home state rep of Soul and Spice. So I'm honored to be able to do that. I just want to start off by just sharing that my attendance here is not only because I support businesses in my district, but it's a commitment to Black businesses and Black restaurants. We know that Black restaurants are almost 80% likely to fail within their first year. And so being able to dine out at restaurants and doing what we all love to do is eat out with our families and celebrate restaurants and celebrate quinceañeras and birthday parties. It's an honor to be able to uplift restaurants, because you're not only supporting the restaurant and doing away with that 80% number, you're also supporting the hub of the restaurants, because restaurants more than likely support black people. They hire Black folks, and they have Black vendors, and they have Black folks that support. And so do whatever you can, please, to make sure that you support Black restaurants. And quick plug, that is the reason why we started the Black Restaurant Challenge, to be able to uplift and do away with that 80% number, because we really care a lot about what our community looks like, and we really care a lot about your success. Recently in the legislature, I'm passing the mic to you next, Liz, we made a commitment to ensure that the American Relief Rescue Plan funding, which you guys know was funding from the federal government, was redirected to Black businesses because, as you guys know, and any other restaurant owners here, it's a big struggle to ensure that Black businesses have access to capital because, again, a lot of them are mom and pop, like Papa B's, and just don't have that ability to be able to have a grant writer, pay $80,000 a year to have access to a grant writer to get them big grants. And so whatever we can do on a legislature level, we're more than proud to be able to do. And so with that, I won't read it in its entirety, but I did want to present you guys with a citation from the state legislature from myself and Senator Miranda. I won't read it, but this is for our commitment to ensuring that you guys are successful and supporting your business moving forward. So thank you again. We really appreciate you all, and we look forward to dining here over and over again. Thank you. Now I'm going to be passing the mic to Senator Miranda.
Thank you. Let's give it up for Will and Boyce. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Black church, but it sounds a lot different than that. Can we really give it up for them? Oh, sorry, I got to I'm going to be short, but I just want to start by saying one thing. I know folks see me as Senator Liz Miranda, but I'm actually really here because Boyce is my friend. I have seen you go through a lot of trials and tribulations and triumphs. I was one of those people that rushed after church to get a seat at Papa B's. And I live around the corner from that cloud kitchen on Shirley Street that we also put in for the city for small businesses that couldn't afford a brick and mortar project, that they could have their kitchens in a cloud kitchen and they could share that space. And I just want to say that I'm so proud of you. And I'm so proud that you collaborated with the new school, old school. As someone who is West African, just to see the connections between our people. When you think about black eyed peas, you think about okra, you think about squash and all the things that are traditional in West African food that were brought by Africans who were enslaved to come to this country and then grown on the fields of the southern part of our country. And then to see that immersion of soul and spice, there's nothing like it in our city of Boston. This is unity at its best. And the last thing I want to say is that if Nubian Square doesn't thrive after 3, Roxbury doesn't thrive. And if Roxbury doesn't thrive, the city doesn't thrive. So what's important, I want to double up on what the mayor said. It's not just about coming here and eating. It is about hosting events. It is about being consistent in your support. It is about coming after 3 o'clock. It's about coming at 7. It's about coming at 9, because Nubian Square needs to be revitalized, and it will not be revitalized by anyone else because no one's coming to save us. No one's coming to save us. It is us, for us, by us. As a person that went to school around the corner, I see you, Rep. Royale, good to see you. I came to Nubian Square down Dudley every day, and I would stay here for hours. I would stay here for hours. I eat yummies, I'm sorry to say, $2 plate. I would get my slice at Arizona. But here was the point. It was so thriving that it was actually the place to be. Now there are people trying to run away from Nubian Square, and we can't have that. This was the second busiest commercial district, and we can make it the busiest commercial district if we want to. So congratulations again. We're here to support you. The community's got your back, and I'm going to pass it to Council President Lucy.
Good afternoon, Roxbury. I'm so happy to be here with y'all. I want to congratulate, like everyone has done, to Will and to Boyce, to this vision, to this beautiful collaboration. I want to triple up on what the senator has said and what the mayor has said, right? Nubian Square needs to be a destination spot. This needs to be a place where people are not just passing through, where people are intentionally using their dollars. We want to see this business here. We want to sustain it. We want people to come and eat here and then go shopping at Final Touch right next door. I see you, Marlene, I see you, Rashad. We want you to eat here at Soul and Spice and then cross the street and get your spices at Nubian Market. We want the dollars to circulate here in Roxbury. And like Senator Miranda said, if we're not doing it for our own, then who's gonna do it? And so it really is up to us to fight for our small businesses. I see Eric here with the Boston Main Streets Foundation. All of our main streets need our support and need our love. Our small businesses are the fabric, are the backbone of our neighborhoods. And the more that we support our, crazy stuff happening nationally, right? Boycott this, boycott that. Hard to keep up with what's going on, but what's easy to keep up with is spending your dollars in your neighborhood. So let's do more of that. Congratulations to the entire team. I can't wait to fix my plate. I know Dana's gonna fix me a plate. We have on behalf of the mayor and the city, we have a citation that we'd like to give to you.
So, official certificate of recognition presented to Soul and Spice on your grand opening and your commitment to uplifting and uniting our communities through highlighting the rich culinary heritage of the African diaspora. On behalf of the City of Boston, congratulations on this achievement and best wishes on all your future endeavors.
Look over here for a group picture. That would be great.
I love you, Kat.
Thank you. All right, now.
Yeah, I love God's internet. She's quick. It's Beyonce's great. It's Beyonce.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we come to the official ribbon cutting ceremony. So I'm going to ask the Mayor, Chief Shagun, and the official delegation to head on over to the orange goldish ribbon, and we'll have the official ribbon cutting. Then we'll have the scrumptious meals provided here this afternoon. So head on over, let's get the official ribbon cutting taking place.